I talk when I sleep.
After years of being a middleweight, super middleweight, and cruiserweight champion.
And if I remember correctly, you said you'd fight Lewis at 210 with one hand tied behind your back, right?
Hey, hold on, dog. Hey, we can go right now.
After a strong batch of showings against an old but still bold Evander Holyfield, Toney finally has a shot at a title against the two-time champion John Ruiz in an extraordinary showdown that could and would alter the course of their legacies forever.
To talk, you know what I mean? You know, everybody's thinking you're one of the best. I am the best.
Self-proclaimed undestructible fighter, some humble pie. Or will Ruiz go from a quiet man to a silent man when James Lights Out Toney lives up to his alias? Let's get into it. In at ease and win titles like it was as easy as waking up.
That's why he's the young master.
James, I'm sure you're aware of this fight between Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank. Are you watching it with interest?
I don't care who wins, and I'll fight either one of them. As a matter of fact, I'll fight both of them on the same night if they want to get.
Toney was a threat in the middleweight division for years and terrified everyone who happened to share his weight class. And growing up as a dealer while having incredible football skills and a dysfunctional family seemed to blend to make a horrific tale become something beautiful.
If I see my father, you know, it's like only one thing would happen. He got because, you know, the way he treated my mother.
Many legends of boxing had horrible home lives. Mike Tyson, Johnny Tapia, and Toney's rival Roy Jones Jr. spring to mind. And that coldness and feeling of being alone seemed to be a driving force in what makes many of the best boxers become so marvelous. As a four-weight world champion, and prove himself just as capable in the heaviest league of pugilism.
The way I'm gonna beat Ruiz is the way every fight should go out and do it. Knock him out, beat him down.
Fight night arrived on April 30th, 2005. As the two men come in to touch gloves, Ruiz lives up to his nickname as the Quiet Man, but he fails to look into Toney's concentrated, sterile gaze.
Round one begins. One of Toney's greatest abilities, Roy Jones, is to duck, slip, and avoid punches with his head. He really likes to fight way inside. He likes to fight somewhere in the middle, and he lands a left to the body.
Toney landed a clean right hand.
Let the guy wear himself down, then he lands the big shot.
Hard jab by Ruiz.
That's a right hand by Toney, actually. I kept making mention of it in articles, hoping that he'd read it, so that people would know that he's a good fighter for this division.
No hitting behind the head.
Steve Smoger warns John Ruiz for hitting behind the head. If there were no referee in the ring, and Ruiz repeatedly clinched and held you, what would be your remedy? He said, I'd throw him over the top rope into the stage. James showing his hand speed, and there's an abrasion on the middle of Ruiz's nose already. So he's able to land his right hand with regularity, just bringing it straight over the top. Now there are some hard body shots by Ruiz. He lands a left hand up there. Toney reaching with a right hand. Is he trying to be more crowd pleasing? They're trading shots here in round three of what is becoming a better than expected fight. And smile on Toney's face as he steps away. Hard right hand counter by James Toney.
So 2-1.
In the final minute of the round, some of Toney's signature speed and suaveness help him to land a crushing right counter that has John becoming complacent for the rest of the round.
Fighting a style that maybe favors James Toney.
With Toney closing the round out with some cocky charisma and dynamite defense.
The stiff jab into Toney's face, hammering Toney to the ribcage with a body punch.
Now John is moving his head a little lower like he usually does.
Ruiz begins to rotate his shoulders and move his head and still takes the right hand over the top from Toney. George Foreman in his second career. It's the first knockdown of the fight.
Ruiz is claiming that Toney stepped on his foot.
He lulled him to sleep by coming out lethargically from the corner at the start of several rounds. This time he jumped out of there and knocked Ruiz on his butt.
Ruiz recovers from the knockdown well, but not well enough to avoid Toney's venomous hand speed and crafty footwork.
Another solid right hand by Toney. It's been a big round.
And that's good for James Toney. The other thing is that Ruiz seems to be fading a little now, but James seems to be getting better now. Yep, and this style he's fighting tonight, he's probably going to get knocked down again.
No. Now that was a slip. No knockdown.
And he's not going to win a fight like this, not against a former middleweight.
Oh, what a huge right hand by Toney there, which may or may not bother James. He's old school.
No.
Good right hand after the bell by James Toney. Since that time, Toney has gotten away with putting his foot on John Ruiz's foot and helping to accentuate a knockdown. Hard body punch by Ruiz.
James is not the fight he can relax on right there.
As round 9 comes down the stretch.
Can Ruiz change his tactic now for the last 3 or 4 rounds, Roy?
Of his power punches, and that is an extremely successful ratio.
Jim, in the last 6 rounds, I thought James Toney went 4 of them with the power shots.
Well, of course, his first big splash was, big right hand by Ruiz, bigger right hand by Toney.
But he may have waited too long to start doing the old Ruiz. Good body shot.
Okay, all right, come on, you're stronger than he is.
And like you said earlier in the previous fight, you got to dance with who you can with.
Ruiz lands a right hand and Toney backs up. Even in his 3 fights against Evander Holyfield, I don't think I ever saw John Ruiz reach this level of exhaustion.
Hands up, guys.
He could beat the majority of the top heavyweights because of his style.
So you're saying that Toney would beat the 6'7", 250-pound Vitaly Klitschko?
Most definitely.
I don't believe that, Roy.
And they rise in appreciation, or at least some of them do.
All to the winner by unanimous decision, and new WBA heavyweight champion of the world, James Lights Out Toney.
You said before the fight that you wanted to do boxing a favor by subtracting John Ruiz and adding you. What did you mean by that?
I just wanted to beat him. Get rid of him. You guys want to see his dog boxing again. I'm pretty sure Don King's going to throw him in the trash can where he belongs. I don't know what Don got him in the first place.
Many are seen in different lights when discussing heavyweight champions. Some bright and vibrant, others harsh and cold. But Toney is always left out. Why, you ask? Because only 1 week later, a test was announced to have failed. Toney had been under the influence of nandrolone.
Well, I was taking prednisolone and to help heal the muscles for the kind of bicycle chair, and I put a cadaver in there in the healing process.
And while Toney still stays insistent on his innocence to this day, it's hard to call him a heavyweight champion with such a dark crown of thorns looming above the golden belt that made him so.
1994, defending IBF super middleweight title, Toney beat Charles Williams by knockout at 245 in round 12 of 12.
Establishing a left jab, which is his best fight.
And maybe Prince Charles is starting to slow a little bit.
Just an overhand right that again does some damage. An opponent down the road for James Toney. Now too late. Is it because
Out at 247 in round 7 of 12 at Pechanga Resort and Casino, Temecula, California, U.S.
Sean O'Grady earlier tonight, champion, says he was able to make the transition pretty good. He got southpaw stance, and I tell you, that has been using to any fighter. He took a shot from Robinson. Toney looking to load up with that right hand now against the southpaw right level. Good right hand and left hand behind him. Good idea, I think, Rich. I mean, he's going in here with an idea of how he's Robinson in this round. Good right hand right there by Toney. Again. And there's a right hand, and that is going to drop Robinson. And Toney comes right after. Hits him with a right hand and another right hand. Toney being aggressive in this round, not waiting. Stick and move to your right and not drop your left hand like that. All right, I think he heard that. I don't believe Toney is hurt. And there's a left hand, and that drops Robinson.
1991. Defending IBF middleweight title Toney beat Francesco Dell'Aquila by TKO at 0:43 in round 4 of 12. Toney beat Sal Montana by TKO at 2:26 in round 2 of 12 and won vacant IBA Super Cruiserweight title.
Toney with a body shot. Toney for the head. Toney and Montana back. Hooked by Toney. Will he even make it up? He made it. One shot and this is over.
Toney beat defending WBU light heavyweight title Freddy Delgado by TKO at 0:35 in round 5 of 12.
Well, Toney's going to try and finish it early, despite the fact that Delgado was down and looks like he's in trouble to smother him, so at least he's still able to think, but those legs still look wobbly. There's another short shot inside from Toney. Delgado's doing the right thing, Tim, trying to stay inside, trying to clear, trying to hold on to James Toney, but Toney is just overwhelming him now, has him hurt, has him in trouble. Toney's a very good technician on the inside, Tim. That's one of his big strengths.
And he takes a sharp left inside, and Toney with a combination.
Another sharp left that wobbled Delgado. Look at those combinations. Same combination, Tim. Right hand underneath, left hook on the chin. There it is again.
And an uppercut.